Well, 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 will you look at it here? This looks like we got a black and white 2 match going on. And I'm recording off my computer screen. That quality is back! And Zebra's back with the black and white 2 Wi-Fi battle. Well, it's not actually a Wi-Fi battle because this is a match against my friend Lance from the last video using our in-game teams. This was our second go round teams that we used. He actually resetted a couple of pokes with berries and stuff in the joint avenue and re-EV trained like a couple of pokes. I think I have 2 pokes added to mine, so let's go ahead and get this started. It's going to save real quick. But I think I added Archeops and Jolteon to my team, so I know that my Jolteon is timid and my Archeops is adamant, so let's go ahead and get this on. I'm going to lead off with the Jolteon, Wally West, fastest Flash you know, Kid Flash, yo, what's up? Go for the Thunderbolt, because this Neon, the Braviary thinks he's faster than me, but silly you're not faster than me. Then he's going to bring in the Umbreon, the EV that I gave him, that he turned into an Umbreon, and be all bulky as all hell, and I'm just going to go for the Volt Switch into my Wong Fei Hong, and I'm going to go, well, I can't really do anything. I'm thinking either he's going to go for something Snarl, maybe, so I just figured to go in this Resist, but he actually goes for Toxic, so I'm like, ugh, alright, well, nothing on his team aside from the Braviary that's already dead doesn't really want to take a high jump kick, so I'm like, hey, high jump kick. But he knows that because he remembers Wong Fei Hong, and he puts a Chople Berry on the goddamn freaking Stoutland, and then he goes for the Protect, and I'm like, really? It's like anti-high jump kick. I'm like, really? You're gonna do that just for me? And I'm like, you know what, Lance Hearts, I love you, dude, because you just did that just for me. So I think I'm just gonna just straight switch out because he figured he's gonna go for double protect. I'm gonna go ahead and bring in Wang Chung because Wang Chung don't give no fucks. Everybody, Wang Chung now go for the Leech Seed. He's gonna Ice Fang me and get the freeze. Of course. Luckily, I have leftovers on this, and I do have the Leech Seed going on, so Ice Fang's not doing too much. I can try and thaw the hell out, but he's gonna go ahead and bring in Teresa, and I'm like, okay, well this thing can't really do anything to me, so I'm like, I think I'm just going to stay in and try and de-thaw and maybe get a Leech Seed up on this. And hell, I could probably set up coils for free on this. But then he shows me a Substitute on it. I'm like, okay, that's not cool. So you got Snarl and Substitute and Toxic. So I'm like, okay, so what's your other move? It's probably going to be Wish, I'm assuming. But he goes for the Toxic, trying to wait for me to thaw out. But that's just not happening. So I'm like, okay, he wants to poison me when I get unfrozen. I'm not really liking that. But I really want to break his sub. So I'm like, I'm still debating if I want to stay in. I'm still frozen, and I'm just like, it's like back and forth. It's like, okay, you know what? I have Wong Fei Hong. He's kind of low on HP. I can kind of sort of just pseudo fodder him out if he does go for the Toxic again. It's not going to affect me, and then poison damage should let me live, and I can U-turn out or high jump kick just to break the sub. And I do have Minchino, but I'm going to Chester just because I do die from the Snarl and Poison, so I'm just going to go for the Tail Slap and just see how many hits it's going to take to break this up. And fortunately, it's 3, would have loved 2, but, Silk Scarf, Chinchino is not going to really do much. Plus, its EVs are all fucked up because it was an in-game poke, so I don't even know how many EVs I have in attack. I don't even know what my attack set is. I have no idea. I know I'm Lonely Nature, which is like, I think it's, minus defense and plus attack, I think. But luckily, I think I get a crit there. But he's just gonna Moonlight stall me out. He doesn't have Wish, but he has Moonlight, so I'm like, ugh, lame. Ugh. So this Teresa, his freaking Umbreon, is just gonna be the most annoying thing of this whole match. And the only reason why it was like okay to put up with this is because we were at the bar, we were drinking, and we were just, you know what, bust out the DSs on the table while we're drinking, and we're like, let's play some Pokemon, because that's what we do. So, I think I finally decided to switch out and go back into this thing as he sets up a sub, and I'm just like, oh, this thing again. So, I believe he's just going to trying to start Snarl me down, because he doesn't know exactly what I want to do, but luckily I thaw out, and I'm able to get one Leaf Blade off, and he doesn't go for the Toxic, because he thought I was going to be frozen again, so I'm able to break the sub. He goes for the Snarl, and he sees that I'm sort of a physical attacker, so I'm like, alright, I'm going to set up a Leech Seed on this thing. If he wants to Toxic me, that's okay. I'll just be free for him for all day. I do not care. I'm just going for the Leech Seed and just don't care. But he brings in Arcanine, and he gets the Intimidate off on me, which is not that great, I guess. But I do have who do I have? I think I have someone that can take this thing on. I think so. But I get to leech seed off on the Arcanine, so I'm like, okay, I have no idea what he wants to do. He's probably going to want to go for Flare Blitz, so I'll go into Manny B, my Magmortar, but he goes for the Will-O-Wisp, so I'm like, okay, so he's got Will-O-Wisp, so he's going to try to burn me to lower my attack. He's got all this status-inducing stuff, and I'm just like, I'm just sitting here with my normal, I just got attacks, really. I have like one setup poke and just all attacks, but God, I get paralyzed at the worst time on a Thunderbolt against this Umbreon, because the Synchronize hurts, and Manny B is going to be, well, not really crippled, but at least I get a crit, at least I get some hacks balanced out my way. I get a crit and a para. It's like, oh, the best of both worlds, best of both worlds. So, I'll go for another break just to try and finish off the freaking Umbreon, but he's going to go into his Samurott, and I'm like, okay, this thing had Aqua Tail and demolished, like, 2 of my pokes last time, but this time I have Jolteon, and he goes for the Aqua Jet, and he's Life Orb, and it does, like, about a little less than half, so I'm like, okay, min-max hacks, I can live and smack this thing with the Thunderbolt and just demolish it for days. I can kill, like, 5 of them with that Thunderbolt. So, Thunderbolt knocks out the Samurott, and he brings in the Arcanine. I'm like, okay, he's really going to want to go for that extreme speed. So I'm going to switch out, go into Manny B, and I'm like, I wonder if Flame Body can burn the Arcanine if he goes for that. But he goes for the double switch and goes into his Ampharos. I'm like, alright, Ampharos, what you going to do? You can't hit me with anything. Oh, Volt Switch? Wait a minute, you get a crit on me? Really? This is going to happen to me? You're going to get a crit on me? Oh, well, alright, so you got the Umbreon, you got the Arcanine, and you got that thing. I'm like, okay, you know what? Let's go. Let's go, Phil. Philosophy on all of these fools. Hit this Umbreon with Acrobatics, get her out of my face, and just never see it again. Put it in the dirt. Bring in Ampharos, no problem. U-turn, not going to get static because you've been hacking me all day, son. So, I go to U-turn and I bring in Wally, and I'm like, alright, what are you going to hit me with? Focus Blast? Okay, kill me, whatever. I had nothing to hit you with. My best move to hit you with would probably have been Shadow Ball. Whatever. Wang Chung, you're all special attacks. I'm bulky as all hell. What are you going to bring in? Oh, this guy? Stoutland? Okay. Leaf Blade. I forgot he had that thing left. Whatever. Leaf Blade. Just get rid of it. High crit ratio. We're going to get one right there. Get that thing. Done. Dead. Next. Alexis. Double Intimidate. Okay. Now you're going to want to go for that extreme speed. Or even that Flare Blitz. That's fine. Bring in Chester. He's got some HP. I'll fodder him out. Goes for the extreme speed. Has normal gem. I'm like, okay, well, Chester, you're officially dead. I'm pretty sure you probably wouldn't have been able to take 2 extreme speeds anyway. So, bring in Phil. I'm like, alright, I'm going to try and scare this thing out with something. He can hit me with whatever. Extreme speed probably won't even bring me into defeat. I don't think he has close combat, whatever. I'm just going to go for whatever. So I go for the U-turn. Oh no, I go for the Rock Slide U-turn combination. And then I'm going to go ahead and bring in Wang Chung. And I think all he has left is the Arcanine. So I'm like, okay, you have to Flare Blitz me, son. And this is my best bet to get you down. And I miss my Aqua Tail and I'm faster and he burns me. I'm just like, oh, nothing just go my way. So I'm like, alright, whatever. I'm faster. Let's set up a Leech Seed on this thing and start getting some HP back, because Burn's not going to be doing much. And he's going to have to Flare Blitz me eventually, so he goes for the Iron Tail because he knows he has to Flare Blitz me to kill me. I'm pretty sure Extreme Speed probably would have done more damage than Iron Tail, but probably still wouldn't have been enough to balance out leftovers, Leech Seed, the burn. I don't know. Probably would have been even Stevens or whatever you want to call it. So finally he goes for the Flare Blitz. Gets a little bit of recoil off on him. It brings him under half, so that's cool. But knowing that my superior was faster, I know Phil is easily going to outspeed, and I can smack with an Acrobatics and just end the game. So that's going to end up being the match. It ends up being a narrow 1-0. It was a very good match, just for shenanigans and stuff. And then we ended up doing a match with his. I brought some pokes that I've been EV training, and then he brings his Gen Sun team, and he puts like multiple pokes to sleep because he forgets, and then we do a rematch, and I just demolish him like 5-0 with my Dragon Dance with my Dragon Knight, and I hit him with the Fire Punch and the Sun against his Venusaur and all this other shit, and just demolish. But that is the match. Me and Lance are going to try and do a pseudo, maybe a dual thing channel, but we're going to be working the kinks out on that. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. There's more stuff to come, hopefully, so I will catch you Zebasexuals later. Cheers!